I like to dedicate this to all of the Creator's righteous children. I have some food in my bag for you. Not that edible food, that food you eat. No, I have some food for thought. Since knowledge is infinite, it has infinitely fell on me.
Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This episode or video, I am going to be talking about something that has been on my mind for a while, and especially since Halloween is coming up, and also, music festival season just passed, and just a topic that comes up a lot when you're a woman of color. Cultural appropriation and wearing culturally insensitive costumes. Now let me explain. Wearing these culturally insensitive costumes is wrong on many, many levels. And what I mean by that is I am a African American, Native American woman. So, being that I am, things that would be offensive to me and others as well would be the wearing of blackface. Like they did back in the day, putting black cream on your face to pretend that you are an African American. Thinking that you can dress ghetto, thinking that you can dress and talk with slang that you don't understand, and thinking that you can just talk with bad grammar and act a certain way, and that's acting black. Stereotype. Another would be wearing those skanky, stupid costumes they sell at like Spirit Halloween stores called Reservation Royalty or Polka Hottie, which are just totally and blatantly wrong. And they help to put the rate of missing and murdered indigenous women to a higher rate because you are over-sexualizing Native American women like myself. You're over-sexualizing our image, which is one of the most blatantly wrong things that you could possibly do. It is wrong if you wear one of those costumes. It is 100% wrong. Okay? We are not like the Disney movies. We are not like Pocahontas. Pocahontas was a big fat lie. She was not 17 and she did not wear clothes like that. She did not prance around seducing John Smith. That was not how it was. She was 12 years old and she was 12 years old and she did not wear the clothes like that. She was taken from the tribe, and she was forced to do many different things that were just wrong. And so it's not the way you think it is. And so wearing those costumes is culturally insensitive and blatantly wrong. It's blatantly wrong. Another costume that would be inappropriate would be, and this comes more into music festival attire, but to wear a bendi, or one of these, from India, culture. Now, you don't understand what a bendi actually means for women of that culture. And you're just wearing it because you think it's fashionable to wear a bendi or the different dots, which are also bendis, but a different version. Now, you don't know the culture and what that actually means. It's culturally significant to that culture. And it's wrong if you wear that. So I'm looking at you celebrities, Gwen Stefani, Madonna, who else? A bunch of celebrities. Who else? A bunch of celebrities at Coachella and all those little Hollywood music festivals where you think you can just get away with it wearing bendis and you can't. Kimonos, headdresses, Native American headdresses. All of these things, grills, cornrows, locks, dreadlocks. All of those things are super culturally insensitive. And really, people need to realize that you need to first find out more information about what you're actually wearing and find out what that actually means to a certain culture. Then, if you're going to wear it anyways, at least have some dignity and try to make it classy. Don't just put together something stupid trying to look cool at a music festival or cool on Halloween. It's not cool, and it's insensitive, and it's wrong. Also, you can't get mad at people when we tell you that these things are culturally insensitive to us, because this is our culture. We know better than anybody. This is our culture. You would hate it if we came and we wore a, let's say we wore a Celtic skirt. I don't remember what they're called. Or not a Celtic skirt, a Scottish skirt. I don't remember what they're called at the moment. But if we wore one and we wore one the wrong way, you would have a hissy fit. So don't do it to our cultures. It's not fair. It's wrong. And really, I mean, Halloween is supposed to be a time for fun, dressing up, costumes. Not for culturally insensitive times. It's just, this is not the time to be culturally insensitive. Especially with what's going on in Standing Rock. And Black Lives Matter. This is just not the time. And it was never the time. But especially right now, it's just not the time to be culturally insensitive. And yes, I know. When you were a kid, it was totally okay that you dressed like a Native American, or that you wanted to dress boyish or black, and so you'd wear the certain things to portray that. And it was fine back when you were a kid because you were a kid. And you didn't know any better, so it was okay. And yes, you're going to say, well, now everybody's just so hurt by everything going on. And they're so, everything is just a big fuss because blah, blah, blah. Well, really, it's always been a big fuss. It's just now we have social media so that we can document these things and you can actually see them. And so maybe, it seems like it's a big fuss now, but it's always been a big fuss. It's always been culturally insensitive to wear bendies. It's always been culturally insensitive to wear headdresses. It's always been culturally insensitive to wear blackface. It's always been culturally insensitive to wear Pocahontas and reservation royalty costumes. It's just been wrong. It's been wrong forever. Yet now it's just being a thing because of social media. And maybe that needs to be, something that you really look at, because it's important that you guys realize that these are people that you are imitating. And a lot of these cultures are oppressed cultures who don't get to really pick what their image is because of stereotypes. Native Americans and African Americans are two of the biggest stereotyped groups. And Latinos are the three biggest stereotyped groups in this country. We are stereotyped all the time, and we are unable to come up with a culturally appropriate image for ourselves. And to be honest, it's not fair. It's not fair that we don't get to have a way to think of ourselves when you guys try to come up with an image for us. That's culturally unfair. And it's just like with mascots, like with the Redskins mascot, which the Redskins is already a very culturally insensitive name to have for a football team. But then to have the mascot or the image of the Chiefs head is also very, very insensitive. Because to be honest, we're not red. Technically, we're not red. We're brown people. We're all really brown people when it comes down to it. But, because of colonization and the genocide of the Native Americans and the genocide of my ancestors, we have been turned into the red people because of all the blood and the bloodshed way back when. And it's culturally insensitive to call us Redskins. It really honestly is. Now, there, of course, are, those tribes and those people in tribes that feel it's okay. And, that's their opinion. I don't take that away from them. But I personally don't feel like that's an appropriate name for a football team. Honestly, it's wrong. And so it's things like that. Being able to, and with being a black person, we're always seen as these ghetto characters on TV, these character types who are ghetto, can't talk right good English, and are not very smart, and it's starting to change slowly, but it's still there. Underlining of it is still there, and it's sad because we don't get to pick our image either. Yeah, of course there are people out there that are actually portraying those stereotypes, but not everybody, not all black people are like that. And so it's like, we don't all grow up in the hood. We didn't all go to inner city schools, and we didn't all get shot in gang violence or whatever. Some of us grew up in the suburbs. Some of us, are well educated, and, whatever. It's like, don't perpetuate stereotypes through racist costumes, through culturally insensitive costumes. Don't do it. It's wrong. And you probably have friends that are black or Latino, Native American, Muslim, Indian, you name it. You probably have a friend that is one of those cultures. And your friend might be on one side of the spectrum or the other. They might be one of those friends that just goes along with the okie doke just to appease everybody and doesn't make a big deal about all this racism and stuff. And so you just think, oh, but my friend doesn't think it's wrong, so why does it matter? And then there's the other one where they firmly think that it is racist that you dressed up that way and that you are not representing their culture the right way. And you think it's wrong. Either way, in the end of the day, it is wrong. It is wrong to dress up in these costumes and to portray people that you don't even know their culture. You don't even know their culture. You don't know anything outside of what the stereotypes are on TV and in the media. So, this Halloween, when you are thinking of a costume and dressing up and trying to get all fancy for Halloween and thinking of a good costume, just think, will I dress up as in an insensitive costume that will hurt a culture? Or will I be a sensitive human being and appreciate this culture without hurting them? Because remember, we are a culture, not a costume. Thank you. This has been a PSA. Have a nice day. Peace and blessings.